crafty friends, this is Rachel, Crafting Mama Bear. I'm going to be sharing with y'all my December haul, Christmas gifts, all the goodies that I acquired over the month of December. I am still not over my illness that I got like in the early part of December. I lost my voice around the 16th, got it back around the 23rd, and still lots of coughing and everything. So my voice will probably sound a little off, and we're just going to roll with it. Okay. So first off, the lovely Chelsea from Instagram sent me a Christmas package, and she sent me this Luau Stitch Funko Pop. She has a huge collection of Funko Pops. I have none, and so she wanted to get me started on my collection. So she gave me this, and then she also gifted me the Unicorn World painting book that I have mentioned a couple times on my channel. That this is illustrated by Ella Yarzabek, and I had been searching for it because the illustrations are just so precious. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting into it and seeing all the colors pop out on that. Thank you so much, Chelsea. Chelsea also included gifts for my daughter and my puppies too. She was very thoughtful. In no particular order. Next, I don't know about y'all, but scissors just disappear at my house. So I picked up a couple more scissors, excuse me, from Dollar Tree. I also saw these jumbo clips at Dollar Tree, and I have no idea what I'm going to use them for, but they were just too fun not to grab, and I'll find something to use them with. Also at Dollar Tree, they had these little charm bars where they have, there's some plant charms, some crafty charms. They had a different style of bracelet, also in gold and silver, that I didn't get. And then they had this one that I grabbed. My daughter grabbed a bracelet and a charm set for herself and one of her good neighbor friends. So, alrighty, next I ordered one of these little books from Temu to help me organize all of my nail stickers. So this was actually a really nice one because there are different slits on both sides. So you can keep them all separated. And I believe, if I remember right, there are 80 little sleeves or spots for me to put stuff in. So I've got that. So all my nail stickers can stay in one spot. I also grabbed this little storage container, and I am using it to house some of my stickers. So hopefully I'll reach for them a little bit more. And in the other setup that I had, I just wasn't grabbing for them. So I'm very much a convenience crafter. Everything needs to be readily available. I need to have an easy storage solution for it to go back. And so I'm going to give this a try and see how it works out. Also, if the audio is a little, I don't know, not as sharp as it usually is, excuse me, my phone also decided that the charging port wasn't going to work anymore. So I can't attach my microphone to it. So I'll have to be getting a new phone soon too, I guess. Also from Temu, Languo has released a few new colors. And they have the Chinese red, a gray purple, a soda green, and I got two Chinese reds apparently. I believe there's still more too, and they released some of the new ones in the acrylic marker line, and I'll wait for the price to go down on those a bit before I add those to my collection, and I'll share these and swatch cards and everything for those later too. Also, I went ahead and purchased one of these Guangna sets, the 1C. I use a lot of these colors, these darker, deeper red colors in my color by numbers, and so I needed to replenish that. I also grabbed these Wellabar. They are a white pen, and they're just okay. I sent a return request for Amazon because I tried it and they weren't very opaque, and they sent me a return label and everything, and then a couple days later they said that they went ahead and just refunded me for it. So I guess I'm gonna keep them. Next, I picked up these 3D jellies from Shandy that tons of people have been talking about, and they are pretty darn good. I swatched them, and they are definitely, excuse me, 3D pens where the more you layer it up, the more texture you will get. They all look very opaque, and I think lots of people will be grabbing these for the black in there since the Jelly Roll glaze is no longer going to be available. So that is an option. Languo has a 3D Jelly Roll also, and it works really well. So in this package, it's called the Heavy Color. It has the black, and it works really, really well. That's what I've been using lately whenever I need to add some black. And all of the rest, they work very, very nice. I used this yellow on a page that I will share my completed pages, and very opaque. Like, it covered up all of the underneath color, and it wasn't transparent at all. So these are really nice, and I would really love it if Languo offered these in some different colors also. Some supplies I picked up from Hobby Lobby. This set of Koi Noir, I'm not sure, blender pencils, and I picked up one of these General's pencil sharpeners, just to have for on-the-go sharpening. My Prismacolors, they don't work super great in the Prismacolor pencil sharpener. I'm not sure why. It just seemed like they were super crumbly with it, so I wanted to try something else, and they work pretty well with this one. So, and then I got this because I've been doing more color pencil work, and I had mentioned in my November completed pages in my Lulu Mayo page that it was taking me a lot longer to complete it because when I took my Prismacolor blender to it, it moved around the pencil, but it also moved around the black line work on the page. And so this is a firmer blender pencil, and it doesn't seem to have that same issue as the Prismacolor does. So I have been enjoying this. A subscriber also mentioned two other blender pencils that I could give a try and see if I like those also. For Christmas, I had this in my Amazon wish list, and my husband got it for me. And I had noticed that on Dick Blick, this was listed as a new item, and on Amazon, it said limited edition, new item. I'm still new to the Prismacolor world, and so I thought they were 14 new colors that they were releasing, but no, they're all the same colors. I had all of them except PC919 and PC1007. So I was just going to keep the rest of them because I think my husband paid $12 for this, and per pencil I would pay more if I went to Hobby Lobby, Michael's, or even, excuse me, or even Dick Blick. So I'm just going to keep them as extras, but I was kind of disappointed that the marketing on this kind of made me think that they were new, and they were not. So that was a little bit of a bummer, but not too bad. Next, I grabbed a 50-piece set of the neons from Color, and I haven't quite finished swatching these. Oh, I had finished swatching them. I love these. These are really, really nice. I'm really enjoying the Color line. I think it was a 72 set that I got from them, and I actually prefer these over the Brute Funers. Just as far as like color laydown, brightness of colors. It's not too soft of a lead like Prismacolors, but it's not too firm and scratchy. So I've really been enjoying these, and I'm adding a lot more neons to help my illustrations pop a little bit more when I'm coloring them. And so this is a nice addition to my collection. While I was looking for these, I also saw that Brute Funer had a fluorescent 50. And I don't love them. I will either put these into a giveaway or I will let my daughter have them. I'm not sure, but they didn't do it for me. I don't know. And I got these before the Color, so I wasn't like swayed one way or the other before I got them. But the colors just aren't as vibrant. I like the feel of the barrels, and the markings and everything are really nice. Maybe I need to give it another go, but yeah, between the two, I definitely preferred the Color ones over these. I'm actually been liking the Color so much that I think I may be getting rid of all of my Brute Funers because I'm just not reaching for them. And yeah, I've got so much stuff, guys, and it's almost getting to the point where it's a little overwhelming sometimes. And I want to pare down to the things that I know that I love, that I reach for, and I enjoy using. So yeah, I'm not sure right now what I'm going to do with these. I got it off of Temu, and I went to do a return for it because I didn't love it. And they said that instead of doing a return, they would give me like a $7 credit. And then that brought the pencils down to like $10. So I took the credit. I didn't have to send them back, and I could keep the pencils. So yeah, I figured I'll find something to do with them. I have friends who color, and so I'll figure out something. Okay, last for like supply stuff, I grabbed some more stencils off of Temu to, to use in backgrounds. And this was a giant, I think 16-piece set that has just lots of different designs for textures and things that I can add to my background. And one of I think it was this one, actually came with the ring to use. The other set, I had to use a ring that I already had in my stash, but I thought that was a nice little addition, that the hole's there for a ring, and this one provided it. And this was, I want to say, for 16 stencils, it was like $6 or $8, and they're nice, like weighted stencils. They're not super flimsy. They're not going to fall apart on you. So yeah, got those. And then these are very much like a Tim Holtz style with the way that it's designed like a tag. So I have used this one already. But I've noticed that I've been more apt to use something like this and Distress ink in my backgrounds than using some of my other tools. It's just a easier, faster, simpler way to get color on the background and have, a pattern without having to spend too long on it. Alrighty, next up are my coloring books. First up, I had this on pre-order, the Lulu Mio, A Million Hugs and Kisses. This book is super duper 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 cute. I I'm sure y'all have seen flip throughs of this. I enjoy that we have a more simplistic style. I know lots of people don't like that, but I appreciate it. Some of her older books can be a bit overwhelming with just the amount of things in it that you need to color. And I'm really enjoying this book, and I'm not sure what I'm going to color in first. But I also love that there are all sorts of different characters from her other books that she's put in here. So yeah, there are monsters, there are cute animals, there are dogs. And I really love these like small victory pages that she has included in here too. They're just so precious. So I'm really looking forward to getting started in this one, hopefully next month. Next, I got Yoga Animals So Cute by Kima Parrish. I had seen this in store. I think I was in Michael's, and I had seen it, and it was at the beginning of my coloring journey last year, and it just seemed like it was too much. But it's so freaking adorable. I mean, look at all these guys. And I didn't realize until I had got this one, I thought all of the pages were like mandala style like this, but like every other page or every third page has a little scene that you can color with the different animals. So I'm looking forward to coloring in this one too. They're just, yeah, super cute. I also grabbed Best of Pop Manga. I found it at Ollie's for $4. And if you're paying attention at all to the books that I've colored in, I now have 5 Camellia Derico books in my collection, and I haven't touched a single one of them. I have a problem. Like, I see it for $4, and I know that the paper in here is really amazing, but I have yet to actually work in one of them. So yeah, we'll see. But for $4, I wanted to add it to my collection, mostly because I know that the paper is amazing and takes all sorts of mediums really well. Ollie's also had the Mermaids book that I grabbed. And I did go ahead and grab a second copy of each for the giveaway. Guys, I feel so terrible that I told you guys that in November I was going to do the 2,000 subscriber giveaway, and I completely failed at that. Yeah, I didn't realize just how hectic my schedule was going to be with helping with the Mad Tea Party hashtag, and then with my daughter with school and dance and Nutcracker rehearsal and everything. The last 2 months were just kind of nuts, so I apologize. I will get it done soon. Next I got was the Johanna Basford Christmas book, and I have not yet touched this, and I really want to. So yeah, just really pretty, gorgeous pages. I like that they're single-sided, so I can use alcohol markers if I want to. So yes, there's that. Next, my husband, they got this off of my wish list. It is a French coloring book, and I don't think the price on these are too terrible. There are several that are available on Amazon US, and so I just wanted to give it a try. And they are single-sided images. The paper isn't amazing, but they're little like stained glass images. And so here's the page of color, and then over here it shows you an example of what the completed page will look like. And then in the back it also has all of the solutions for it. And I just thought it was a really cute little book, and I haven't seen any flip throughs or anybody coloring in any of these books. So, I mean, look how pretty that is. Very like watercolor mixed with some stained glass, with the way that there isn't black all around every element, but you've still got like some depth and shading and stuff. I thought it was really pretty. So I got that from my husband for Christmas. Next, thanks to Maya, I grabbed this off of Amazon. I think it was like a $7 book, and it's so adorable. The images and illustrations are just so cute. And in the front of the book, it kind of tells you like to do this, like just color different parts and different elements of the image and then leave it. Go and find something else to do. It just gives you a little bit more interest than having to color the entire scene. And yeah, the pages are super cute. And there's a mix of everything. And here's an Alice in Wonderland page. Yeah, they've got all sorts of different things for you to do. They are single-sided, but the paper is really, really nice in here. So I believe it will take water mediums very nicely. So thanks for enabling me, Maya. All right, the last thing that my husband gave me for Christmas was the 30 set of the Neocolor tubes. I have not even opened it yet. So I'm going to be swatching these, and I'll be using the swatch chart that Karen from My Colorful Country Life has on her website, so I can see what I have and then maybe eventually add other colors in from like open stock things. But yes, I'm super excited to play with these. And then the last book I got, I grabbed it from Walmart, and it intrigued me. I hadn't seen it. I am a Kansas girl, so Wizard of Oz is a big thing. And I couldn't see any of the images. Like there weren't many images to look through for purchasing it, and I couldn't find a flip through of this. But it is a coloring book, but it also, let's see, it also has the story of the Wizard of Oz in here. It's got some examples of the coloring pages that you can do. But yeah, it goes through and it has the entire story, and then there are grayscale images to color along with the story. So I thought this was just so sweet, and this will be, yeah, something that I will enjoy coloring in and passing on to my daughter someday. And it's all grayscale, so I can take pencils to it and, yeah, not have to work too super hard to make it look really nice because it's already got the grayscale in it. So I was really excited when I got this. I think it was like an $8 book that I got from my Walmart. All right. Okay, so that is it for my haul for December. Again, I hope y'all had a very Merry Christmas and you have a great New Year. I will be on shortly to share my completed pages. I will say I have done a pretty good job of touching my untouched books. I don't think I'll make it into January with 0 untouched books. I'm not counting any of these books that I got in December. And as of right now, I have 8 books that I still have not touched. But starting the month, I think it was like 34. So I'm pretty happy with that. I made a huge dent in my untouched books. And yeah, so I'm excited to share with y'all some of the pages that I've done. And again, sorry for not having anything out for you guys, but there wasn't anything else I could do. I had 0 voice for like a week and a half. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this, and I will talk to you all in the next one. Bye-bye.